Hey folks, Shep here, Kilo 4 Oscar, Kilo India. Just bringing a quick gear review to everybody. So, several of you have seen my videos utilizing the Elecraft bag. And utilizing this bag with all the gear I have in it, it is usually stuffed to the gills. Now, this bag right now is currently empty, but I do want to do an honest comparison to the Elecraft bag versus the Amazon bag that I purchased, made by Orient Famulay. Yes, Famulay. And let's talk about the differences, the pros and cons of each bag. So I'm going to start with the Elecraft because it is empty. And I will tell you flat out, this bag, for the build quality, the material quality, takes the cake. This one is number one. Exterior material is by far more superior than the Amazon bag. The interior of this bag, as far as the material used, the padding for the bag itself, this bag takes number one. However, this bag is quite pricey. I think it's $80 or $90, and I actually got this as a factory reject, if you will, because Elecraft logo was not level. So I got this at a pretty decent discount, but I will tell you the two things right now: between price goes to the Amazon bag, but craftsmanship, quality of material definitely goes to the Elecraft. The only other thing I'll tell you flat out right off the gate where the Elecraft bag is second is I can get more in the Amazon bag to include my iPad. I can never get my iPad in this bag as well when I take it out for the field use. But there is a little bit difference in the dimensions. This bag is quite smaller than the Amazon bag. So let's get into the Amazon bag. You will notice that it is definitely packed. When I put my iPad in here, it really expanded and made the bag look really full. Without the iPad in there, it does relax a little bit, but the iPad, which is in a clamshell keyboard protective case, really beefs up what you see. But we'll get into the contents with the first of the clamshell zippers. Again, there is another part of the quality. You'll notice the Amazon bag allowed the Elecraft AX1E, or the extender portion of the AX1 antenna, to slip and slide. So the elastic pieces inside the Elecraft bag are much, much better. So back to that craftsmanship and material. So I'm just going to leave this sitting right here for now. But inside of the bag itself, you have these clamshell portions. I've got my power cable that I'll use to connect to the Bioenno battery and then to the radio itself. A simple BNC connector, an extra S-bean or carabiner clip, and then I have a pen for paper logging if I go that route. The AX1, there it is, just wanted to slip right out with just barely touching it. The AX1 antenna system. These are the ground radios for the AX1. Now I will unzip the second clamshell portion, but let me zip this up so what's left of the AX1 antenna system doesn't go flying out. When I open up the top, first thing I'll pull out is the first thing I'll pull out of the Amazon bag is going to be the iPad Mini 6 that was fitting directly inside there. I have a notebook in the event that I want a paper log. I also have my amateur radio license, a miniature version, inside that notebook. And I have a AirTag under the notebook because, I don't want to lose, or in the event that my kit gets stolen, I've got a way to track it down. These right here are two K6 ARK mini microphones. I like to utilize those when I'm in the field. And then in the main body of the bag, I've got two runs of coax, 10-foot and 3-foot run of RG316. I have a tripod that I will use with the AX1. I also have a common mode 1-to-1 choke, a Pactena 9-to-1 random wire, simple bungee cord when utilizing the Pactena, and I just put it inside of this little Great Clips can koozie because it keeps everything nice and packed and gives it a little bit of padding. And then when I'm in the field, if I got a canned drink, I can drop it in the can koozie to, keep my drink cool. I also have a set of plug-in USB, not USB, but plug-in 1.5 millimeter earbuds to utilize with the KX3, because the weakest part of the KX3 is going to be the speaker itself. This is a tripod adapter that will screw onto the tripod. So I'll just screw it on here real quick just so you kind of see and understand. Antenna goes here, coax goes down here. You can put your ground radios with a spade connector under that, or if you've got alligator clips, you can just alligator clip them anywhere to the mount itself. In the kit, I also have the standard Elecraft hand mic, 4.5 hour Bio-NO battery, the bipod Elecraft AX1 mount to mount it to the BNC connector directly on the side of the radio itself. The KX3 itself slits nice in there, and then the last piece of kit that I have is a simple jaw clamp mount that I will utilize with the bipod, or I should say the tripod adapter, and then I can clamp that off on a tree limb, a park bench, a picnic table, whatever I've got to work with. So that is the contents. So quick rundown. The Amazon bag at $25 is definitely the winner when it comes down to price. However, craftsmanship, quality of material, padding, to include the elastic inside the bag to hold key components of your kit, all that goes to the Elecraft bag. So if price is not a issue, or if you travel a lot by plane, by car, whatever the case may be, you may want to invest in the Elecraft bag. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it's kind of like insurance. You're better off having it and not needing it than needing it and not having it. But that is the kit in itself between two different bags. Hopefully it answers some of your questions, and if you have any other questions, feel free to drop a comment or reach out to me. I will give you an honest opinion. I have purchased both of these bags. Nothing was given to me. All right, so one of the things I told you that I would do is a little bit more research on both the name of the Elecraft bag, and here's also the dimensions. So the Elecraft bag itself is the EC80, and the dimensions of the Elecraft bag for external dimensions are going to be 11.4 inches by 7.9 inches by 3.5 inches deep. All right, so there is your Elecraft dimensions. As far as the bag purchased from Amazon, right here, the Orient Famulay, width is going to be 11.4 inches. Height is going to be 8.6 inches. And then the depth is going to be 4.7 inches. There's your size difference. And earlier you saw a photo in the video, or I should say earlier during the video, you saw what the bag looked like while it had the iPad in it. There is no iPad in it now. There is the iPad Mini 6 in my hand. no iPad in the bag. So you can kind of see what a quick comparison is without the iPad inside the bag. Hope that helps, guys. This is Shep, Kilo 4 Oscar Kilo India. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. 73.